Nobody's shocked that Puff Daddy has finally been accused by somebody, and it's public now. No one's shocked by this. And the only people who are shocked by this are the people who are outside the black community, because many people within the black community have been saying this for the longest time. Some people who were close to him, people who were around him, people who knew him. I mean, even 50 Cent say he had a strange encounter with Puff Daddy one time. Allegedly. This is all alleged stuff, all right? We don't have any proof of none of this stuff. It's all alleged. But the thing about this stuff is that when these accusations came out, have you noticed that there haven't been a whole lot of people out there who are trying to defend Puff Daddy? You know, usually when you defend, you know, when you accuse a black person who was an upstanding person within the black community, I mean, black people will come to bat for you. Notice how nobody has been saying anything. It's been a real strange silence. And there's some patterns with this kind of stuff now. And the woman who was accusing this man in a lawsuit is Cassandra Ventura. And apparently, this man did things to her that if any of this is true, he should be in prison for. Without question. Without question. Some of the details involved in this case, man. You know, I reached out to certain people. And I could see that there were people around this person that weren't right. And I was trying to tell them, hey, man, you might not want to hang around this person. Hey, man, you might want to look at this case. Hey, man, you might not want to hang around this person. Now, I've been said, hey, you might want to leave Puffy alone, man. See, people think that I don't know people. Okay, cool. But let me tell you something, man. When you're noticing that nobody in the black community is really shocked, nobody's really, wow, Puff Daddy, he could do that. Tell you what, go over to YouTube real quick. Go over to YouTube and then type in Puff Daddy controversy, right? Just use that search term. Use that search term. Then set your search parameters, right, to a year, back a year. See if there's any videos that pop up, and then watch those videos, right? And then set your search parameters back to a year before that. Then year before that, year before that, year before that. And you'll notice there's been a lot of accusations against Puff Daddy for the longest time from mostly black creators. So people are gonna say, oh, you're not holding Puffy accountable. We've been held him accountable. We've been said, man, Puffy ain't right, man. You got black celebrities who won't even hang out with Puffy. 50 Cent been said, 50 Cent got a freaking story out there about Puffy doing some creepy stuff, allegedly. And even 50 called him out on video. So it's been out there now. It's been out there for quite some time. People have been said Puffy is just a strange bird, man. People been saying stuff. And the problem is the other side of Hollywood that don't necessarily care about our image didn't care to even listen. All right, we've been saying stuff about some of these folks. It's just that certain gatekeepers, I'm not gonna call no names out, right? But when you know certain folks have accusations out there like this, you may want to stay away from them and also call them out. Make sure you get some distance from yourself and these kinds of folks in the black community, because let me tell you, it may be cute to cover up for them now when they're famous, when they're popular, but the second their popularity slips, the second thing, the hottest thing on the streets no more, the second somebody decides they're going to be brave and tell the truth on this person, allegedly, well, you see where all that support got us. All that support of Puff Daddy is what enabled, allegedly, this man. If any of this is true, then that means she ain't the only one. If this is true, she ain't the only one. Because it matches so many other claims that I've heard about Puffy over the years. So it's not just Puffy who's the problem here. It's all the people who enabled him. If this stuff is true. And I'm going to say something that some people ain't going to like, but it's the freaking truth. We have to get over this stand culture. Right? So one of the biggest problems that we have, even in the black community, is stand culture. Whereas we think because somebody did something great or somebody has a certain kind of status, that automatically makes them better. Like, I hear this whole thing of, well, make sure someone has something to lose before you even associate with them. Okay. Well, Elon Musk has a lot to lose. Are you gonna hang out with him? If you're black, if you're a black billionaire, are you gonna willingly hang out with Elon Musk, knowing he don't like you? Yeah. Listen, there's a whole lot of folks out there who are rich. That don't mean nothing. I've met poor homeless people who I would consider to be a more representative image of morality than your average billionaire. Need I remind you, Jesus was a poor man. All right? The whole point of that was to show you that it doesn't matter about your social status in terms of your personal morality or your capacity to do good. Most of the greatest activists were not rich people, and that was the point. So I need for people to get over this stand culture that we have of worshiping people because they have a lot. That made sense when we were cavemen. That made sense when we were early humans. That made sense when we were, first establishing humanity through Africa, through black people, and then everybody else came. Okay? That made sense then. But in the modern age, when we have AI, we have automobiles, spacecraft, aircraft, militaries, the internet, that idea needs to go. Stand culture. It's okay to follow someone. It's okay to look at someone and see them as an authority on a certain subject. But stand culture takes it a step further. It's when you worship that person as if they can do no wrong because of what they do or their status or their talents. Like, you can't criticize Taylor Swift's, certain flaws, right? Because she's great in certain other things, or you can't criticize Mr. Beast, for certain personality flaws. Well, he does this right here. Well, that doesn't mean that criticism of that person is not true. We have to get over this stand culture, and stand culture is what protected Puff Daddy. If this stuff is true, this is partially what protected him, because I remember all those videos on YouTube and other social media platforms discussing this stuff. And all the comments that were left in the comment section of people criticizing folks just for discussing things that they've heard, they've read in news articles, they're just repeating, they're reporting on it as if it's news, which makes it news. But you don't think it's news, you call it hating, you call it targeting, because people want to discuss the truth. Stand culture has to go, because it's protecting so many people out there who don't need that protection. Other people, like victims of people like Puffy, allegedly, they're the ones who need the stand culture style protection. Not the predators, the victims.